Good afternoon, everyone. This is your host, Rob. And I'm back with Vixen. Hi, Vixen. Oh my god.
It's a good evening, but hello.
Good evening, then. How are you?
Fine.
Alright, so her and I just had a mini argument about this topic. Birth control. This is not going to be a whole long topic, guys, but birth control. Who should have to pay for it?
Definitely it's split between both parties because
Absolutely.
it's the equal prevention of not having a baby.
Yell at me again and watch what happens.
I didn't yell at you. I
Yes,
was
you
interrupting
did.
you.
With a very loud tone. Nah, that's whack.
No, it's not. What is your reasoning behind this?
What if I don't want you on birth control?
Okay, then I guess that we shouldn't be together because I definitely don't want a baby. And if you want a baby and I don't want a baby, then we shouldn't be together.
Who says I have to want a baby for you not to be on birth control? There's these things called condoms.
What if I don't like condoms? What if I don't want to use condoms? What if I'm allergic to latex?
I had an ex-girlfriend who was allergic. I've slept with 2 girls who are allergic to latex. I'm the pull-out king. Actually, one of them got.
That's 80% effective.
One of them, no, it's not. It's like 5% effective pulling out.
Okay, it's definitely 5%.
Well,
it's definitely a bit higher.
One of my ex, she got birth control. She got the NuvaRing. I didn't pay for that, and I wasn't going to pay for that.
She didn't even ask you, but I always ask.
Yeah, she didn't ask because my thing is this. Okay, you're allergic.
Girls don't have any respect for themselves. That's why.
Well, no, she didn't know that she was allergic to them because she didn't have a lot of sex before me. And when she found out, we had to think of solutions, and she decided to get the NuvaRing.
It's not she. It's the conjoint prevention of a child.
Nah.
And I don't think that only so I'm single, and I decided to protect myself, so I decided to pay my own money to get my own shit figured out. But when I'm in a relationship and you are asking me to go on birth control or saying, are you on birth control? I think we should talk about it, blah, 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 blah. Then I definitely think that it is a conjoined effort and you should pay for half of it.
I disagree.
Why? I don't understand that. If you have a child with a girl, you split everything with her to take care of that baby. So why would you
everything
split
always
everything with me to prevent that baby?
So you mean to tell me when people have children, they split everything 50-50?
I believe that they split as best as they can. 50.
Nah, I don't.
No, that's not even a legitimate argument, Robert. Honestly, that's not even a legitimate argument. If you're gonna make me, let me just tell you something. If you're gonna make me get on birth control where I run the risk of having depression, I run the risk of getting fat, having blood clots, getting cancer, all of these are side effects of birth control. If you're going to have me get on birth control to prevent our mutual decision of not having a baby, you better be willing to pay for half of it.
No, I say no, because here's the thing.
That's bullshit.
No, there's other options besides birth control. How about we not have sex?
Okay, fine. That's not something personally.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's your body. Cause it's not like. Cause here's my thing. Here's why I feel that. Here's why I feel that way too. Most of the times when women get abortions, they don't ask for permission from the guy, even though he went half on that baby. I didn't want to have a baby with you, so I got an abortion. And they'll go get an abortion, no problem. But
which I think that men should pay half for.
Okay, that's fine. I don't believe in abortion, so. But anyway, yeah, no. That's maybe in the scenario that you're talking about, if we sit down and discuss it and talk about it or whatever. But and then here's the other thing you open yourself up to. If I'm paying half for birth control, we better be getting it in quite often, because I'm not.
No, that's bullshit.
Wait, so bullshit. Okay, so you said let's just say birth control is $200 a month. So I'm paying you $100 a month to prevent you, or to prevent us from having a child, even though we might be having sex once a week. You must be out of your rabbit ass fucking mind.
I'm saying that if you're not having conversations like this with your partner, then you're not in a very mature relationship. And I don't understand why you wouldn't be discussing these things in a relationship. One of the biggest parts of a relationship is sex. Sex, biologically, makes a baby most of the time. So to prevent that,
most of the time,
what is called birth control. People go on what is called birth control. Birth control is very expensive, or can be expensive depending on the insurance that you have. Of course, if a girl doesn't even bring it up to you, Robert, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about it. But I, for one, am 100% going to bring it up. And I'm going to say, excuse me, I pay out of my pocket $60 a month for birth control because my insurance is not great. Now that we're sleeping together, where if I get pregnant, it's half yours, if you would like to go in and prevent this with me, you will need to pay me half. And if not, then I don't think that this is going to work.
If you would like to upgrade to the birth-controlled sex option, that would be $30 a month.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
But, okay, so how does that means we're going to be having sex, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't dictate how much. That doesn't allow you to dictate how much.
I don't think it should dictate.
It doesn't allow me to dictate how less. These are conversations.
Oh, but don't forget about your white lies, because see, there's the trap. Yep,
I never had boyfriends pay for my stuff. That's my thing.
But, so you're saying if they did, you would have sex with them more often?
If I wanted to.
And that's the problem I have right there. Controlling. Why are you controlling the poom poom? I think it is.
It's fine.
I think it's very controlling. Yes, it is yours, but you're in a relationship, and you just said sex is one of the biggest parts of a relationship. You just said that. So why should one person control it?
What? Who's talking about controlling it?
I just said you're trying to control it, and you said it's mine.
You have a very skewed perception, I think, of sex.
No, I don't.
Sex should not be a control thing at all. But if I don't want to do it, why do you want me to do it if I'm not in the mood? Why do you want me to do it if I'm gonna hate it?
Okay, so here's the thing. It is a control thing if you think about it, because no matter how bad you want it, if the other person says no, it's not gonna happen. Even if they just get mad at you, no. So there, your sex gone, cut out, gone. Whether you're paying for birth control and doing all these preventative things for an activity you're not even engaging in. That's stupid. That's like you buying a freaking subway pass or bus pass, but you don't ever get on the bus or take the subway. Why are you paying for it then? What's the point?
So I feel like for people in relationships where the woman has asked for the guy to pay for half.
That's different. I agree.
Okay. Then the next conversation that I would agree should happen is, okay, well, are we having sex this many times a week? If we're not having sex this many times a week,
no, that can't be a conversation. Here's the thing.
Then you're not in very mature relationships.
So okay, let me ask you this then. So no freaking normal healthy relationship people sit down and say, hey, we're gonna have sex 4 times a week. What happens when one of them breaks that?
I actually think a lot of people have conversations.
I don't, because for me in my relationship, sex was spontaneous. It was a mutual thing. She was feeling it at the time, I was feeling it at the time, and it happens. I'm not gonna sit here because shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, sometimes.
Were you upset when it happened more than other times, or less than other times?
It depends on the situation. There'd be times I want it and she didn't, and I'd be understanding because I was getting it enough to the point where I was satisfied. Me, I don't have
enough? What does that mean?
Well, listen, I'm different. I don't have to have sex all the time. Like after my last relationship, I didn't have sex for an entire year. I can abstain. I can control my hormones. And for me, what gets me is a woman's intellect and my interaction with her, not necessarily the sex. I do like sex. I'm good at sex and I love pleasing women. But it's not everything in a relationship. You can be having the greatest sex in the world 7 days a week, 5 times a day, and have a crappy relationship. So that's not really what keeps me. What keeps me is the connection in the relationship. But my thing is this: don't get me used to something and then you try to control it or alter it or put a boundary or a shackle on it to say, hey, here's your limit. Like, no, it's a relationship. Okay. Like.
And I think that you and I have had different experiences. I know exactly what you're talking about. And in the situation that you're talking about, I'm on your side. I believe that she did use that as a control mechanism because.
Well, I'm not talking about one particular person. I'm talking about in general. Sex Sex and money are 2 of the biggest reasons why relationships succeed or fail. Mm-hmm. And I'm not talking about a particular person. Like I have homeboys and homegirls who have been in situations. Because here's my thing, and Nika said this on another show. They have it's on our podcast, Happy Couple. She said, he said 16 on SoundCloud. Go listen to it. We're also on YouTube. Listen to it. You're on one of those if you're listening to it now, but tell a friend. Anyway, Happy Couples. They said they're friends with a much older couple because of their experience. And the older couple even said this. They're like, well, they would say if there's an argument or fighting, well, they're like, are y'all still being intimate? And they say just because you are upset with that person or mad at them doesn't mean that you shouldn't still be intimate, because the intimacy has nothing to do with, you know, you being upset or mad with that person. It's not fair to the other person just because you feel some type of way, even if you may be wrong or might be dumb and petty, to say, I'm shutting it down. No, people do that. People do that. I've done it before. And I mean, I don't think that's cool though.
As a woman, I cannot
enjoy
a woman? It if I'm upset with you. I
beg to differ.
No, I can't.
I
think that you're disgusting. I think it's gross. I think it's so gross. I don't want to have sex with you if I'm mad at you if you've done something terrible.
So you think it's fair? So let's say your husband is a gourmet chef and he cooks for you every night and you love his cooking. If he's mad at you, he should be allowed to not cook for you, and that should be okay?
Absolutely. If you're mad at me, why would you want to do nice things for me?
Because I love you. And regardless of how I'm feeling,
sex has nothing to
do
with that.
Listen.
God, I hate sex. This is why I don't have it.
Listen. You gotta hit in a marriage or in a relationship. You commit to certain things. Relationship, not as much obligation. Marriage, much more obligation. You, I believe, are going to have to get over some things, because there's just times where you're going to have to do stuff that, whether you want to do it or not, because it's not fair, and people will hold a grudge and hold that against you. To me, it's not fair to use sex as a weapon, because some women will hold, like, you might be mad at me for 5 minutes over something. Who knows how dumb it might be? So that means you're going to cut off that part. You're going to cut off a part of our relationship because you feel some type of way?
Yeah. For that night.
Okay, maybe a night.
Dinner.
Maybe a night.
Way different than making dinner.
It is different, but they can be both emotional acts, is what I'm saying. That's like if I buy you a rose every Friday and have it sent to your job because I know that you love it and I know that it makes you feel good. Well, fuck you. I'm mad at you this week. You're not going to get your fucking rose that I've been sending you for 6 months.
But I think that's different than sex, because there are times where I just really cannot. I don't
Okay, that's different. That's different. What I'm saying is when you attach the feelings to your actions, because here's my thing. If I'm mad at you, that doesn't mean I don't love you anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm doing something with you or for you because of the love I have for you, the only reason I should truly stop or hold that thing hostage is if my feelings have completely changed.
Okay, so let's go off of the scenario that there are couples that have a healthy, like, sex relationship and emotional relationship, and they try not to use things that they do as a means of controlling the other person. Okay, they have sex, whatever, blah blah blah. You still don't think that the guy should at least offer to, like, pay for half of keeping them from having a child when they don't want to?
I will say this. I agree. If we had sit down and have a conversation about it and you're like, yo, this birth control is mad expensive, cool. I agree with that, but I'm just telling you, in my mind, and I can't speak for all men, but in my mind, if you want me to pay to prevent to have the child, we need to be making some fucking attempts at having the damn child for me to be paying.
But not like an over excessive amount, like not 7
well,
days
that. Yeah, see, again, I don't put a limit on that, because who knows if you get some. Listen, there's been times where I'm not saying you're not allowed to say no. It's your body, but what I'm saying is this. Be reasonable. Trust me, there's been times I've had to put, like, I have hereditary migraines in my family. Hereditary migraine is the worst headache you can have, and I put it down with a migraine. Like, bam, like, you sleep, you can't move, I gotta go get the towel to clean up the wet spot. Like, put it down, head pounding the whole time. Wasn't enjoying it, but I'm like, yo, she needs this right now. Let me hook her up. You know what I'm saying? Or, yo, come sit on my face real quick, baby. I'm not really up for it, but, you know, I'm good with the tongue, so bam. Sometimes you got to do that, yo, because it's not fair. It's like, okay, I don't feel like it this night or this night or this night. When you help someone relieve that sexual stress and sexual tension, that helps. It helps the relationship too. But I mean, just think about it. Nobody wants to pay for something if they're not reaping the benefits of what they're paying for. That's like you paying for insurance and they're saying you can only go to the doctor twice a year. Then what the fuck am I paying you for? Like, I get it though. I get what you're saying. It shouldn't force you to have more sex, but ladies out there listening, typically that's gonna be he's gonna expect it. He was like, well, hell.
And you know what? And maybe.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. I'm gonna tell y'all this
too. Them to pay for it.
That's one, and two. He probably gonna want to go raw. Well, you're on birth control, so we don't need these condoms.
Yeah.
Don't fall for that, ladies. Y'all better put that condom on.
Wait, why? That's the whole point of birth control, so you don't get pregnant.
Yeah, so you don't get pregnant, but birth control doesn't stop STDs.
Why are you dating and having sex with people with STDs? When you have been dating somebody... Wait, Robert, really? You don't trust the people that you date?
I didn't say that. I'm talking about people in general. Yes, I trust the people I date because we get tested. But
right.
the typical average couple, once you get into a groove with someone and a relationship is going well, you don't go get freaking STD tested. I mean, STD tested every month or every 2 months. People don't.
Why do you need to go every month or every 2 months if you're in a committed relationship?
Because people aren't always honest.
Why are you dating people that you don't trust?
Just because even if you trust someone, that doesn't mean they're not being dishonest with you.
That's a terrible thing to say.
You have to protect yourself.
I mean, yeah, of course, and I'm a person that goes every 3 months, whether or not I'm having sex, just to make sure. But I don't think I ever like worried about it though. Whenever I was dating anybody, have you totally given up on people not cheating?
I'll answer that question when we get back after hearing a word from our
All
sponsors. Right. She said, he said, don't go anywhere. All right, we're back, and Allie is questioning my sanity right now because she doesn't listen to me. You're a bad listener.
No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
This is just me. I don't like condoms. I don't like to use condoms. I'm very trustworthy. I'm talking to but here's the thing. Typically, I'm not gonna say typically. There's a stereotype or stigma around guys. I'm really talking to the ladies and fellas. Protect yourself until you're sure. You know what I'm saying? And even then, it's still best to protect yourself. Because, yeah, birth control is great because you can have unprotected sex. I do my best when I'm having unprotected sex. But I'm a very faithful guy. Like, people know me tried and true, like, through and through. Like, people have known me for years, and they know I've never gotten down like that. Like, that's not even my reputation. You can ask people who didn't even know me like that back in college, and they'll say, nah, he wasn't out there like that. Because I'm not. Because I respect other people's health and safety just like I respect my own. What I was saying was, Vixen, is you know, if you're gonna take if you're cautious enough to use birth control, then you need to protect yourself from STDs as well. I mean, people lie, stuff happens. I've seen it. I've seen it. Haven't experienced it, thank the Lord. But yeah, you need to be careful. I mean, yeah, it typically birth control does mean for most people, oh yeah, raw sex, which is great. But it's like, all right, don't be with someone for like, oh well, we need to get tested, and then like I'm gonna buy birth control, I'm gonna pay half. And so you're like a month into the relationship and you've made these decisions and commitments and you've got tested. You don't know what he's doing. It's still very fresh. You don't know what she's doing. It's still very fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying be careful. Now 6 months in, 7 months in, 8 months in, maybe, okay. But you gotta protect yourself in the beginning and throughout. And guys, you still need to when you have birth controlled sex, does he need to pull out?
No.
So you get the Twinkie treatment.
Yeah.
You a nasty mofo.
No, I'm not. What are you talking about? That is so normal.
You're right, it is. I've been there, done that. I still be pulling out though.
But I trust the people that I date.
Yeah, I still pulled out when she was on that birth control, my ex. Because birth control ain't 100% effective.
Well, and also you don't know if she's actually taking it.
Nah, she had a NuvaRing. It was in there. That's a physical thing that you stick in there.
No, I know what the NuvaRing is. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I used to
it's like sticking a rubber band up there.
I used to pull it out
Gross.
all the time by mistake.
Ew! What?
Well, I have a nice curve, so it'd be like bloop.
Oh my God, Robert, are you trying to get a girlfriend?
No,
I'm talking a lot about yourself.
I have not. So totally have not. I'm not saying anything.
Yes, you have.
I'm not saying.
Everybody who's listening, comment I if he has.
All right, Miss Twinkie. She likes cream filling, guys. Anyway.
Ew, you are so.
How am I gross? You just said it.
Yeah, but I didn't name it that. I didn't label it that. I do.
I know that the nasty people in the adult industry named it. It's called a cream pie.
What truffle butter is?
Oh God. Don't start.
What is that? I keep hearing it, but I don't know what it is.
It was a song with Nicki Minaj and Drake.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I don't know these new age slang.
Yes, you do. What does it mean?
Don't stereotype me.
You know what it means.
Don't stereotype
You literally
me.
just pulled it out. You literally just pulled out Twinkie, and I had never heard that before in my whole life, except for a delicious snack.
It is a delicious snack. Oh God.
A delicious cake snack.
I mean, I need to make a.
So what is a truffle butters?
Go to Urban Dictionary. Don't say it out loud.
Alright, I'm gonna go to Urban Dictionary right now.
Oh, sex. Okay, so
Urban Dictionary.
guys, they're gonna get you. These ladies out here are gonna try to get you to pay half for the birth control. Think long and hard about it, ladies. Think long and hard about it before you even ask. That's a slippery slope.
Wait, y'all, I need to look this up. What does
I'm gonna be honest with you.
with truffle butter?
If I was going half on birth control and she only wants to have sex like once a week, I'm not paying anymore. That next month, I'm cutting that shit off. I don't need cable anymore. I'm gonna tell her.
What the actual fuck? Alright, y'all. This is what truffle butter means. Can I read it out loud, or is that too gross? This is disgusting. Somebody made this up. And you know what? Truffle butter is actually like really, I mean, for food stuff, it's like
For what stuff?
good. For food stuff.
This is good. The accent. Food. You wanna get some food?
Okay, wait, listen.
Go ahead.
Truffle butter is when you pull your dick out of her asshole and continue to fuck her in the pussy. That is so disgusting. And the tan, buttery substance around her pussy is truffle butter.
Oh,
I have that is a yeast infection. That is a UTI 100%.
Yeah, please be
Hashtag
aware of what creams and secretions that are upon your, and which is another reason why condoms are your friend, because unfortunately sometimes women catch things and have things and don't know. And here's another thing you need to think about too, going back to the whole this has turned into a safety sex video. Sometimes you have something and you don't know it because it's dormant, or you haven't had an outbreak or seen any of the symptoms yet. Like last time I got tested, she was like, if you've been exposed to herpes, because cold sores is a type of herpes, so you could have the virus but it be dormant, so meaning you'll never have an outbreak, you'll be okay. Now, one of my exes, she didn't have herpes, but she would get cold sores. So I told my doctor, I was like, I might have been exposed to it, but all my stuff came back negative. But that was weird. She was like, if you have the virus, but you don't get outbreaks, you're fine. It just means you're a carrier. So that's something you need to be aware of when you do get these results back, even if she says, hey, you know, I don't have the virus, but I mean, I don't have outbreaks, but ooh.
But she's a carrier. What are you?
Yeah, but she's a carrier. Sorry, something. I'm playing Xbox. But she's a carrier. So I was reading something.
Oh.
So be careful, because she might still give you something that you didn't have before. So be careful when you read those results. Hey, you know, it says you have this. I don't care if it's dormant or not. Nope, might not be dormant when I get it from you. So careful.
Gross.
Yeah, you got people don't pay attention to their doctor's visits. You gotta listen to what they tell you, man. Yeah, that's crazy. And I'm gonna definitely have to do a part 2 to this. Sex. You said you definitely haven't had any good penis. Once a week?
Maybe.
What?
I have friends who won't do it, but once a month.
They're definitely getting cheated on. I think I would probably.
They're not. Because he's the same way. They're just so tired, they don't want to do it.
You know what? I think if you're with someone who has that same outlook, okay. But, oh, wow. That's so. My thing is this: either we gonna do it or we not. That's how I feel about it. Like, if we.
I'd just rather be single forever.
You need some good penis.
I think it's too much pressure. Too much pessa.
Puffa. Wait, what? What do you mean? I'm confused, yo. I mean,
I just don't want you touching me that much. I just want you to leave me alone. I like my own space.
I feel bad for you right now.
Why?
You haven't had good sex. I mean, and here's another thing. All right, well, we're gonna blend this into another topic. Might as well. Well, not even that. No. We're just gonna stick with it. How do you? I've turned women into freaks. Didn't mean to. I have good sex sometimes.
There's another comment about yourself.
I said I have good sex sometimes. I do. It's not a comment. It's a fact. It's not what I think. It's what I've experienced. Ooh, I like that. It's not what I think.
It's because my lip. Oh, I thought you were talking. It's because my lip got stuck.
What? No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't get that, yo. I could understand if it's bad, but if it's really good, like toe curling, you in the bed shaking, and like we just fall over, like, oh, how could you not want that more often?
Because it's exhausting. There's too tired.
Who says you have to do all the work? You can lay there.
But I just don't want to, like, I just want to be left alone.
That's very interesting. It is. You need to, whoever you end up dating, you need to take your time and really vet him.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what you just said. Wow. You need to really you need to do what most people don't do, and that's have that type of conversation up front.
Oh, yeah, I definitely think so.
I think a lot of people, too many people, don't have that conversation up front, and it ends up being bad. Like me, I'm an open book. Like, people ask me stuff, and I'm going to tell you. And I'm just going to tell you, because my thing is this: I don't have time for the BS. I need to let you know. I will give you a good overall view of my views of things, sex included, and let you know what my quote-unquote expectations are. Not saying you have to meet my expectations, but I just let you know what I'm used to, how I like it, this, that, and the third, and we can adjust. I understand adjusting because there's more than one person in a relationship, so you can't always be your way, which is why I disagree with some of the points that you've made and some of the things you've said, because they sound very selfish. They sound like, well, if I don't feel like it, too bad. Well, no, I'm sorry. When you have kids, you can't say that, because your kids can't take care of themselves. So you need to be the same with your mate, I feel. But Yeah, sex is a very, very slippery slope, man. Like it's slippery. um,
Ew.
yeah, you're just disgusted by sex altogether. That's weird.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Wow.
I think it's gross.
I've never met anyone like you.
I think that.
And you're cursed because you have a nice juicy bubble booty. So it's like people are gonna want it from you. I understand why people would want it from you multiple times a week. And you're like, no, you can only have it once. Are you kidding me?
I think that it has a lot to do with other relationships. I think going forward, I just need to like make sure that I don't rush into that too quickly, because then I end up hating it.
You don't need to rush into it too quickly. Number one. Number two, if it's not good, you need to coach them.
Yeah.
Like, people think there's something wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, yo. Sometimes you gotta coach people and let them know what you like right here, right there, whatever. And you can do it in a way where it doesn't hurt their feelings or they lose confidence and stuff like that. You have to do that. Like, I hate using this word, but you gotta train them sometimes. I mean, I've done it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been with people who haven't had that much experience. I'm like, yo, let me handle this. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want you to do. Bam, bam, bam. And then I'll do stuff. I'm like, you know, do you like that? Yeah. Oh. You know, so you gotta ask questions. That's how you gotta learn each other. You gotta take that time to learn each other. You can't learn each other once a week.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for you. Like you look like you've never had to bite a pillow or nothing.
I don't know. Just the idea of thinking about that grosses me out. I just want somebody to go to eat dinner with me. I don't need somebody to have sex with me.
Aww, you want companionship. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, y'all. We've had a very whack show because Allie thinks...
Oh my God, this was so off topic. Like, what do we even talk about?
No, it was. We talked about sex and birth control and sex and your weirdness.
Yeah. Don't say I'm weird. I've had different experiences than you.
Yeah.
And I'm a lot more sensitive than you.
You need some good penis. That's the problem. But it's okay.
I just want somebody nice.
He can be nice. I'm very nice. Very nice.
Robert, you're my best friend.
No, not me. I'm not.
Oh.
No. Mm-mm. It would change your life. Mm-mm. Everyone can't have this.
God. Plus, Robert wants to have sex with my best friend.
You're right, because you are, because I am your best friend, so I want to have sex with myself. There you go. Yeah. Don't say that. That's not true.
Sorry.
That's not true. Don't apologize, because you meant it. I know. What was that laugh?
I'm delirious.
I'm done with you. All right, y'all. We're gonna close right after another word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. She said, he said. All right, we back. We hope you enjoyed our buffoonery. We talked about people going half on on birth control and truffle butter, which is...
It's actually a delicacy spread. So.
Spread it right on her tongue. Oh, we gotta talk after this podcast. Anywho, thank you all for joining us. If you're listening on SoundCloud, please subscribe to us on YouTube. We are on YouTube, and if you're listening on YouTube, we are on SoundCloud. She said, he said 16. Don't forget to join the Facebook group. Also, don't forget to email us questions, comments. You can either leave comments or you can email us directly. She said, he said 16@gmail.com. We would love to get back to you, and holla, 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 holla. And we will see y'all next time. Peace. Oh my God, let me hurry up and end this damn recording. This mug said woo woo.